Hello and welcome back to the Road to Champions League Glory. This is episode 39. So today we're starting off with a little look at my staff. So since we are in 2024, a few of the real players in real life have retired, such as Cristiano Ronaldo, who is now my under-18s manager. Also, if you have a little look there, I've got Danny Gabardon as my under-18s assistant manager. And if you look further down, we have Michael Ballack as my under-18s coach. Casillas is my under-23s coach. Jermaine Genus is there. Jason Roberts. Obviously, we've got Yuan as my assistant manager for the first team. We've got Christian Daly as another under-18s coach. Ian Hart, who is ex-Leeds, quite a bit of a legend. Jimmy Curtin, who's currently been with quite a few big jobs in lower league. And I think two or three of my favourite ones are a bit lower down. Sebastian Schweinsteiger, Joao Moutinho, Stefan Hughes, and my head of science, Jason Hopkins, and the rest of them are pretty just normal players. I haven't got any scouts that are currently real players, but I am, if you have a little look, there are a few more Brins as well. I am trying to get in a few Brins just for a bit of fun. I've got an under-18s data analyst called Bryn Alexander, and if you looked at the top, I've got one of my goalkeeping coaches is Bryn Halliwell. Right, let's have a little look at how the competitions are going so far. So in the Premier League, we are currently 6th, 5 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. Not brilliant, but we're there or thereabouts, just outside the top 5. So I think we just need to get a few more decent wins on board and get that. Europa League, we've won the first 3 matches and we are on 9 points. Today we come up against Olympiakos. EFL Cup, unfortunately we got knocked out by Manchester United on penalties. We drew 3-3, but then we got knocked out by penalties. So today, as you can see, we are going to play Olympiakos, and we're going to also play Liverpool in the league. So we're going to jump straight into the Olympiakos match and see how we can get on, really. So we're going to be playing the 3 at the back, 2 wide men, 3 in midfield, and the attacking mid and the striker. We have been switching it around in other games, just kind of get a few more players involved. But today we are going to be playing this one. We have got a few injuries, we have got a few suspensions, so we are a little bit restricted in this one. We are going to play Julian Davidson at centre-back. He can play there, and hopefully he can do a good job for us today. So as you can see, trap in goal, Davidson, Lindsay, Leonardo in centre-back, Olav on the right, Diaz on the left, Mackenzie, Simo, Slattery in the middle, Odegaard and Cho up front. Let's get into the game and see what happens. So as you can see, we are top of the league. Salzburg are just behind us, but Olympiakos are down on 2 points. And we're hoping to get, if we win today, I'm pretty sure that we will have qualified for the first knockout round of the Europa League, which is really, really good for us. First season in it, and first season in Europe altogether. Good for our ranking and also progress across the board, and obviously on our road trip to Champions League glory. Not the best start, foul by Leonardo. We have been dominating a lot of games recently, but we haven't really been doing much with it, so hoping to score a few more goals and get a few more wins on board, and then hopefully we can push up the league in the Prem and also make sure that we can secure our place in the next round of the Europa League, and then play a few kids in the last two or one game remaining in the group stages. But we have got an attack here. Cho's got the ball. Cho's going to have a shot, and it's well saved by the keeper. Corner's coming in, and they've been able to header it away pretty quickly. Yuan's trying to tell me to keep possession. Not really sure whether to take that advice yet or not. Simo isn't really doing very well on fitness at the moment. He's a bit jaded after his summer at the Olympics. So I'm hoping, I've given him a little bit of rest, but I'm hoping that he can actually come back into this game and do a decent job for us. He is captain, obviously. Obviously last time on live com he had quite a good game. As an understatement, that is, really, because he scored 2 goals. Did a good little job. Today nothing is really happening. First half looked like it's going to come to an end. with us 0-0 with Olympiakos. Not the most exciting of halves, but there we are. It is 0-0, half time. Going to go into the second half now. Hopefully get a bit of oomph behind the boys. Ask them to give us a bit more. Get a few greens on the board, which is always good that they can give us positive reaction. Second half started off. Simmer's got the ball. Back to Davidson. Onto Diaz. Highlights over. So money-wise, we've been able to keep finances at about 25 million, so they're looking quite decent. January, hope I'll be asking for a bit more money in the transfer market, so we can actually go and see if we can pick a few players off. Maybe look at the transfer list and loan list and get a few players. I think I need a new centre back, just because obviously you can see Davidson's having to play there today. We're a little bit limited in positions there. Olav isn't happy because he's not playing first team football, so he can disappear. I'm not really too upset with that one. And it's a case of just being able to pick up players that want to come to the club, really. Players that aren't too worried about being a rotational player. And as I say that, Olav, who is wanting away, has just scored. So Cho's passed the ball into Odegaard. Odegaard onto Mackenzie. Mackenzie's crossed it across the penalty box, 6-yard box, and Olav, coming in from that right wing position, has been able to place it in the back of the net. So really, really good goal. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's usually Parrott on that right hand side, and he's been scoring quite a few goals this season. And Olav has taken over today because obviously Parrott is suspended, and he's been able to get a goal out, which is quite nice. Hopefully that'll give him more reason to want to stay. If he doesn't, though, by January, then he can disappear, because I'm not really fussed on players that don't want to be here. We're going on the road trip to Champions League glory. Who doesn't want to be on that? Mackenzie's in, makes a save from the keeper. There's going to be a corner ball. We are winning 1-0. This does mean that we will have qualified for the next round. I'm pretty sure my maths is accurate enough for that to happen. Corner ball comes in. Simo on the edge of the box, and that is a hell of a goal. Simo, 4th goal of the season, edge of the box. Brilliant goal by Simo. He's been flirting around that edge of the D on the edge of the box. Ball comes in from the first time. Smash. Oof. Nice little goal. Slattery gets the assist. So we go 2-0 up. Olympiakos haven't really had much into it. We've had 2 clear cut, 1.5 chance. Olympiakos have only had 5 shots altogether. So we're doing quite well so far. Time is flying by. About time I made a few subs. So I'm going to bring Leroy on there. I'll bring on William. Adam on for Diaz, and we'll go from there, really. Odegaard's got a free kick. Just as I made those subs, Odegaard got a free kick from the edge of the D. I'd say about 23 yards out. And he's been able to put that in top corner. The keeper's got no chance. Odegaard gets a goal. He's been improving this season. He came in, obviously, January last year. And he's been able to get quite a few goals now, which is always good. So 80 minutes on the clock, 3-0 to Bishops Stortford against Olympiakos. We are now in a position to be able to take the 3 points home and wait for the next game, really. What I'm going to do, just as a little tactical change, just to see for the last 5 minutes, I'm just curious. I'm going to put 2 up front. I'm going to take Odegaard off and play in William. He's going to play as a deep line forward. Just to kind of see how it goes, really. It's not really one I'm going to do tactical long term, but it might be interesting to see how it does. I might use it in another game as well. But I also wanted to just give William about 5 minutes of playing time, because he hasn't had much chance this season. Every striker that's come in has done quite a decent job. So there we are, guys. 12 points on the board. With 2 games remaining, the team below us are on 4 points. That, as my math isn't too bad, has confirmed that we are into the first knockout round. So we're going to skip forward onto the Sunday game now against Liverpool. So we will see you very shortly. Welcome back, and as we are straight into the Liverpool game, we're going to go straight into the team with Trapp in goal, Leonardo, Lindsay and Mo in centre back positions, Parrott on the right, Diaz on the left, Simo, Slattery and Dewey in centre mid, Odegaard and Cho up front. Currently we sit in 8th position after the games that were on the Saturday, and Liverpool sit in 3rd. So this is quite a key game really. If we win this, we go on to 20 points, which pushes us up into the top 6. And if Liverpool win it, it means they take a big leap away from us, and that gives us just that bit of a points difference that we need to gather really. As you can see, Manchester United are dominating with 10 wins, 1 draw after 11 games, and a goal difference of a massive 28. So I can pretty much predict them to win the league this year. So let's go into it and see how we can get on really. Ben Woodburn's on the bench against his old club. We might bring him on at the end just to kind of see how he gets on. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. We're playing our normal 3 at the back with wing backs, 3 midfield. Hopefully Simo can dominate this game and pick out a few goals for us. So let's go in and see what we can do really. We are in the blue, shooting left to right. Hopefully this game will be a bit more exciting than the last one. Sadio Mane has already got an injury, which is always good. It's not a red injury, it's a yellow injury, but he is a little bit weak by looks of their formation. Number 17 there, he's gone down. So Lindsay's got the ball, back to Simo, Simo to Leonardo, back to Simo, Para's going to pass it into Cho, to Slattery, onto Diaz. Diaz hits the post and Dewey is there to tap it in for his 2nd goal of the season. Our loan signing from PSG has been able to get the 1st goal in this key match against Liverpool. It's off the post by Diaz. Dewey's there just to tap it in and let us take a 1-0 lead at home against Liverpool. Good start. Can't complain there. So Kevin Trapp's gone short. Passing it around the defence. Slattery's been able to pick it up. Onto Diaz, onto Odegaard, onto Cho. Cho's taking a shot to hit the post. The keeper, I think, got a touch to it. Diaz has picked it back up. He's going to cross it, is he? No, highlights over. It's a good shot by Cho there to hit the woodwork. We are dominating possession. We are dominating shots. Hopefully we can keep it up. We will possibly look at going counter in the 2nd half just to kind of catch Liverpool on the break, because if they're 1-0 down, they'll try attacking a little bit more. So Liverpool are coming on the attack. We've been able to pick it up in defence. Lindsay's picked it up to Cho onto Odegaard, Odegaard onto Simo. Simo gets tackled, but we can still keep it. Slattery back to Diaz, back to Odegaard, back to Cho onto Dewey, but Dewey gets tackled and Liverpool are now attacking. But it's switched around again. We've got it. Slattery's got it onto Diaz. Diaz shoots. Simo's picked it up. Back to Parra. Back to Simo. It's bouncing around quite a bit, and Liverpool are back on the attack again. So it's a big counter. This is countering each other. Both teams are up and down this field. The ref is going to be knackered by the end of this. 37 minutes on the clock. And it's still 1-0 to us. Leading up to half time. Looks like we're gonna go into the half 1-0 up. And yes, we do. So let's have a little team talk. Get you on to kind of prep them up a little bit. Lots of greens there, which is always good. Hopefully we can go into the 2nd half and keep the performance up. Odegaard isn't having the best of games, which is always not ideal, but we can bring on Ben Woodburn into that attacking mid position. Javier Parra's got a yellow card as well, but he is only coming up against Mane, who's injured. Might regret saying that, but they just had a shot, hit the post. I'm going to probably do the substitution after about 55, 60 minutes possibly, taking off Odegaard and bringing on Ben Woodburn, but we have got a counter-attack here. Cho's coming up on the right-hand side, but Liverpool have been able to tackle us back. And Lindsay's missed the header, and they've got a shot on target, and Kevin Trapp's been able to make a good save there. They've got a corner ball. It's coming in. We headed it away first time. Ball comes in again. We've got another clearance away. Cho's on the attack now. 2-on-1 at the back. And we have got a free kick for a foul on Cho. Odegaard with a free kick. Can he put it in the box? He can. And there is a foul against one of our players. I thought it was going to be a penalty. Right, we're going to do the substitution. I'm going to bring off Odegaard, put Ben Woodburn on. We're going to go from control to counter. We're going to go from fluid to structured. And see if that can make a difference. So 53 minutes. We've made the substitution. Hopefully Ben Woodburn can get a goal against his old club, possibly. We have got the opportunity of switching him and Cho around and putting Cho in the attacking mid and Ben up front. We'll see how it goes, really. Play it by ear. Simo's not having the best of games on a 6-7. Again, his fitness is down to 67% and only after 60 minutes, so that's not great. So we're possibly looking at taking Simo off in the next 10 minutes. We are still 1-0 up. We will make that substitution now. We'll take Simo off, bring on Jose Rodriguez. He comes in. And hopefully time will just fly by now. That's my hope. It'll hit 90 minutes and it'll be the victory, but you never know. So it's 83 minutes. There's a highlight here. Liverpool got a corner and yeah, there's a goal. 1-1. So Liverpool had the corner, front post, been able to pick it up, passed it back, and they've been able to put a little cross in, and they've got a goal in the back post by their centre back. So it's 1-1. It's not disastrous. As long as we can keep this, I'll be happy with a 1-1 draw. But ideally, we would have wanted the victory. But we haven't lost any points. Doesn't look like we're going to lose any points at Liverpool. But it doesn't also look like we're going to gain any points at Liverpool. So, full-time whistle goes. It is 1-1. We are still sat down in, I think it's 8th position. I'll have a little double check now. Yeah, we're still sat down in 8th position on 18 points. Score difference of 4. Liverpool are up in 3rd on 22 points. There isn't many points between us and 2nd. Man City are only 5 points ahead. We've played 11 games. There's a lot more games to be played. So, guys, as always, thanks for pressing play. And we will see you again soon. Bye for now.